Y'all familiar with Tony Robbins?
Yeah.
See, I'm taking this course because this is how Jamie Foxx started off door-to-door. And he said 2 years of door-to-door selling is equivalent to 4 years of college communication, how you interact with different people. Actually, I'm gonna be quick like Nestle and beat it like Michael Jackson. That's why your neighbor said I remind him of Nicolas Cage, because I'm gone in 60 seconds.
So what he did there is he actually made a big opening statement that grabs somebody's attention, puts a smile on his face, and he said, I'm going to be gone in 60 seconds. So he anchored already, right from the beginning, how much time he was going to take.
Look, who does this the most on the window? The kids, the dogs, that are ugly black guys that eat fried chicken. Now, you see these water spots? Look, they get wider than my elbows without lotion. Watch this, Dad, and I'm out here. Because Stevie Wonder says seeing is believing. And I got a disease called enthusiasm, so I'm going to cut straight to the mustard. Watch this, though. Don't laugh too hard, because the neighbor's going to see this black kid scrubbing your window, okay? But look, wax on, wax off like Mr. Miyagi. Remember the Karate Kid? Now watch this.
Notice how he's asking so many questions?
Air dry. Look, it puts a coating on your window. No water spots, no fingerprints, no streaks.
All right, so he's proving that his product works right there just once, and he's going to do this multiple times.
My mom said if it's darker than me and it don't pay the bills, it shouldn't be there, right? God bless you. Now look, this right here, we just upgraded like Beyonce. This is our new surfactant. Hold this and watch this, because this should be the main.
All right, so he did something really important here. He actually made the customer hold that. That is something that's really important. He put the product in their hands. They're already starting to take ownership. They're feeling it, they're looking at it, they're studying it while he's talking. So this is a really good strategy when it comes to door-to-door, especially if you have a product. Just put it in the customer's hands and ask them to hold it.
Reason why you get the HBO special. You know what HBO mean?
No.
You get to help a brother out. Yeah, I've been on the road like toilet paper. Half of your neighbors in the community, they said they just go get it because I'm funny. Because it's
Boom. You hear that right there? They're just going to get it because I'm funny. What he was doing right there was called a trial close. He was using the neighbors to give him social proof to say that they were going to buy the product from him just because he's funny. He anchored that in his customer's mind right there. That's an important sales strategy.
Still. Look, you just go back and forth like an argument. Now, I ain't Jesus, but look how I split that like Moses did the Red Sea. Paint me green, call me a pickle. And look at this right here, look. Goes good with chicken. Don't drink it, though, it'll give you the Hershey squirts. But look, that one bottle lasts longer than my last relationship. Y'all got water, right? Yeah. High five, you qualified to use it.
Boom, you're qualified. He did another trial close right there. You're qualified to use this. It's a scarcity play. So he was doing another really good sales tactic wrapped in with all of his comedy and his hilariousness is making them laugh. The more you make somebody laugh, the more those walls go down.
What are you selling?
She's asked, what are you selling? Watch this. This answer right here is worth everything.
Personality.
Personality. He's selling personality. That is what they're buying at the door. If you just look like everybody else, sound like everybody else, dress like everybody else, you're gonna fall into the same bucket and they're gonna tell you to go away and slam the door in your face. You gotta have personality, and it's something you need to have in all areas when it comes to selling, especially door to door. Man, I love Kenny Brooks. That is literally the best door-to-door salesman you will ever see. He uses comedy to make those walls go down, to let people into his house, to show them those demos, and to give them the chance to prove that his product is really superior. And that's what I want you guys to learn and take away from this video. And if you've ever done door-to-door marketing, you know that it's really difficult, really tedious, and it's not the funnest job out there, but it's a really good place to build your foundation as a salesperson. I've been doing door-to-door marketing for many, many years. I started with my dad when he had his pressure washing company, and I started doing that in my early teen, like pre-teen years, 10, 11, 12 years old, and I got some good sales experience by doing that at such a young age, and I've even taken my kids out to do the same thing. So today I want to talk to you guys about the power of door-to-door marketing and how you can implement it into your business to make not just you some money, in graphic design, web design, motion design, right? How is that possible? But also make your clients money from door-to-door marketing. So with that all being said, let's go ahead and jump into the content. So just a little bit of a backstory. I've actually been doing door-to-door marketing for a really long time, like I said, since my preteens, but I've sold everything from Kirby vacuum cleaners, shout out to my Kirby people, to, real estate services, home improvement, solar, roofing, windows, all the things you could possibly imagine, even senior living. I've sold a lot of different things door-to-door, and it helped me really gain a lot of experience. And when I go out and I actually did the door-to-door marketing for my companies, for my clients on their behalf, it allowed me to get kind of a status and a baseline for what I should expect from my door-to-door marketers when they're going out and knocking on doors. If I was able to get a certain result, I was able to perfect the process, and I led by example. So door-to-door marketing is super powerful. It can make a massive impact on your business and your clients' businesses. and it really has some of the biggest rewards of any kind of marketing out there, but it is very labor intensive, and you going out there and doing it yourself, it's probably not the best use of your time, but I want you to leverage this for you and for your clients to be able to bring you guys more money. That's my job at the end of the day. So what does door-to-door marketing actually entail? What is it? I want to break it down a little bit for you to give you a better understanding of what it is. So door-to-door marketing is actually, just like it says, it's door to door, whether that's going from house to house or business to business. Door-to-door marketing can apply to both of those. But what it is you actually have a sales rep that goes home to home or business to business, that knocks on doors and canvasses a specific area, neighborhood, business park, whatever that is, and actually goes out there and knocks on doors and is trying to influence that person within a few seconds. You have only a couple seconds with that door being open or standing in front of that business owner in their office or manager or gatekeeper. You have a few seconds to convince them to either buy a product from you, give you a micro purchase, or make at least some sort of a commitment for an appointment to sit down in their home for an actual rep, or for you to come back, either way, and to actually let you into their home, let you into their business. And so that person is trying to influence you and get you to buy their product, their service, whatever offer they have, or maybe it's just an appointment. But this is a really important method, and it's been used for a very, very long time, from Bible salesmen to snake oil salesmen. Door-to-door marketing is not new, and that's why I wanted to talk about it, because a lot of people have forgotten about these traditional marketing methods. These door-to-door reps actually travel on foot, and even sometimes by rollerblade or bike. It's crazy, but there are different ways to get around, and depending on whether you're just going door to door and knocking on doors and trying to meet people versus just dropping door hangers, obviously the rollerblades, you'd be able to get more door hangers out, and just depending on how you're gonna get paid. And that's what I wanted to talk about in this section, is how you can get paid if you wanted to do door-to-door distribution, or how you should pay other people. So the first way is by actually hitting doors. You get paid for every single door that you hit. So the goal is numbers, volume. I want to hit as many doors in a day as I possibly can. The second way to get paid as a door-to-door distributor, or door-to-door marketer, or door-to-door sales rep is actually per appointment. So every single door that you hit, the better your presentation, the better your presence, the better your confidence, the better offer that you have, depending on what you're doing, the more money you can make by actually getting an appointment. And that's performance-based, and so you have to take on some of that risk, but you can get paid way more money in the big picture if you're setting appointments. Setting appointments for home improvement companies and different trades is a really lucrative way for a door-to-door guy to make money. Now the third way, and this is really neat, I like this method a lot, is actually a hybrid model of getting paid for the doors that you're actually going to. So you kind of have that hybrid model, but also getting paid per appointment. I would negotiate some sort of deal where you're getting some base minimum, whether it's 10 cents a door, 12 cents a door, 15 cents a door, and then on top of that, for every appointment you get, you may get $25, $30, $40, $50 to get them that appointment. A lot of home improvement companies are willing to pay anywhere between $100 and $250 to actually get an appointment. So this is a really good strategy for you if you want to actually go out there and build some sales skills and build some confidence. If you're introverted, if this is super outside your comfort zone, it's probably something that you should do and try, whether it's B2B or B2C. And what I mean by B2B is business to business or business to consumer. If you're a business owner, designer, web designer, graphic designer, get out. Get to businesses. People are still open, people are still operating. Go to business owners and introduce yourself, your local, your mom and pop, hand them your card, make that great first impression. This is a really good chance for you to really build your reputation and actually gain some real sales skills and push yourself way outside your comfort zone, which is really what I want for you, because it's gonna help you become a better designer and a better business owner. So most door-to-door marketing campaigns will actually include you going up to the door, knocking on the door, and then introducing yourself, having some sort of thing, I'll talk to you guys about it here in a minute, but introducing yourself and asking a form of questions that's going to spark a conversation. That is the goal. In anything you do, whether it's online or offline, you want to spark a conversation, get a conversation going, get them to like you, trust you, and hopefully either let you into their office or let you into their business or into their home. This is really important, sparking that conversation and building that reputation. Now, there are different points to door-to-door marketing campaigns, different objectives and goals. Sometimes it's just a branding campaign. And if it's just a branding campaign and you just want to put the word out there and get the awareness, whether it's a senior living community or whatever that is, and you don't need to necessarily knock on all the doors or go to every single business, then you can actually just drop door hangers. And the key there is just hitting that massive volume and getting as many out per day as you possibly can. Now, when it comes to a door-to-door distribution service, which you can hire out, it's a really cost-effective thing. Some places will charge you 10, 15 cents, 20 cents a door, just depending on where you're going versus homes versus businesses. That can fluctuate a little bit. But on a door-to-door distribution service, the companies that you want to hire are going to be on point. They're going to have their technology on point. They're door-to-door distribution companies. They got their systems in place. So what they will do is they have each of their distributors, each of their reps that are actually dropping door hangers, they have a little clicker. And so every house that they put a door hanger or a flyer on, they hit their clicker and they track it. And you can see a map of every single little dot where they hit their clicker for every single house. And then on top of that, they'll have a supervisor for each neighborhood that you're actually, because they usually have a team that goes out 5, 10, 15 people at once, and they drop these door hangers, and they have a supervisor that drives around the neighborhoods and monitors and makes sure that all the door hangers are actually on the doors and they're being dropped and they're not just being thrown in a trash can, because that's happened in the past. So you want to make sure that you're hiring a company and you ask those questions as, hey, are you tracking every single house that they hit, and do you have supervisors that are patrolling the neighborhood making sure that the door hangers are actually getting dropped on the door? This is a big deal. It's really important if you're going to spend your money on door-to-door distribution. You need to make sure that you have that technology in place. Just in my experience alone in doing dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of these marketing campaigns door-to-door, is I've seen door hanger distribution companies be able to drop 15,000 door hangers in a day. That's incredible. That's a lot of door hangers in a day. So you can get a massive volume out. You can hit massive communities, multiple communities at once by doing that. So this is something I would highly encourage you to do. And now this is where I ask you an important question. Door-to-door distribution. Have you ever done it? Have you ever tried it? Would you ever consider trying it? If you have, tell me about your experience with it. If you haven't, did it work, or why haven't you tried it? I would love to know that. I want your feedback. I want to engage with you. This is about building a community. This isn't about just me standing in front of you, just sharing information. I want to have this be a two-way street here. So if you could drop a comment down below, let me know your experience with door-to-door, if you're going to try it. If you've already tried it, I would love to hear from you. So now I want to talk to you about how to be a good door-to-door salesman. Wait, good? Who wants good? I want you to be a great door-to-door salesman. So I'm going to give you some tips, but first I want to share a little context. So one of the secrets to being a good door-to-door salesman is building rapport in those first 10 seconds. A lot of people think they just go up to the door and make a pitch. It's not just about pitching them. It's about building rapport in those first 10 seconds to where they let their guard down and they actually want to talk to you. You have such a short window to make that first impression, and if you don't do it the right way, you're gonna get that door slammed in your face and you're gonna get yelled at and they're gonna say, didn't you see my no soliciting sign, right? So you wanna make sure that you take those first 10 seconds and start with a bang. Make sure you make that first impression like Kenny Brooks. So here are 3 tips to help you make a great first impression at the door in those first 10 seconds. Number 1, I want you to pay attention to the surroundings, to the environment, to the home, and look for things. Look for plants, look for little statues, look for little plaques, look for signs, water fountains, whatever it is that you can find, the cars that are in the driveway, the color of the house. There's tons and tons. You can find something unique about every single house. I don't care how plain the house is. You can find something unique about every house, and I want you to use that. That is how you're gonna make that first impression and make that connection to them. It's all about connection in those first 10 seconds. So they may have a sign outside that says, world's greatest grandparents. Oh my gosh, how many grandkids do you have? You need to be able to have that initial hook like we do in videos to grab their attention and make them go, okay, you got my attention, what's up? What do you want, right? That's what they're asking themselves is, what's in it for me? And if you make something that's relatable to them, you're gonna have a much easier time making a really good first impression. The second tip to being a great door-to-door salesman is wearing the right attire. A lot of people don't dress the part. Now, I'm not saying you gotta come up suited and booted, that's not necessary, but you at least need to have some nice cargo shorts, maybe a nice professional polo, no hoodies. Seriously, no hoodies. Nobody wants to see somebody at their door wearing a black hoodie. I don't care if it's branded or not, do not wear a hoodie. I don't care if it's cold, wear a professional jacket if it's cold outside. You need to wear a professional attire, polo, maybe a dress shirt, some jeans, some nice shoes. Don't come in there looking like a slob, like a bum, like you're desperate. You need to position yourself as authority. Just because you're going door to door and you're doing something that you can pay somebody else $10 to $15 an hour to do, it doesn't mean you need to represent yourself as a $10 to $15 an hour worker. You standing at the door looking professional is gonna make that good first impression, and it's not just about how you look in your attire, it's how you stand, how you carry yourself, how you portray yourself, which we're gonna talk here in just a minute, but it's really important that you wear the right attire. Now, the last thing I wanted to share about your attire is it might be smart if you're representing a business and to make that other person feel safe, because you gotta make, you're going into their home. This is their space, this is their private space, this is an area that's very sensitive, and last thing I wanna do is have some stranger show up at my door. It always drives me crazy. But if you do it the right way, you can make a new friend, you can build a relationship, and people will receive you well. Not everybody, it's a numbers game, but not everybody's gonna receive you well. but it's a good way to make a first impression. And so my last advice on the attire side is maybe make a badge that you can actually hang on your shirt with your company logo, your name, and your photo, so that they can see that you're a legit person and you're not some sort of scammer trying to rip them off, take advantage. How you approach that situation, the way you look, the way you dress is going to be really critical in this first part. The third way that you can be a great, not good, door-to-door salesman is in your body language. The way you stand. If you carry yourself, if you're standing like this or standing like that or looking down, I want you to stand tall, stand confident, shoulders back. I want you to put a big smile on your face. I want you to look them directly in the eyes. I don't want you to intimidate them. I want you to be friendly, happy, just be a warm, welcoming type of person so that when they see you for the first time, they remember that face. And I want you to be able to really build that rapport with them. A smile is a powerful thing. A smile is contagious. So when you show up there and you're happy and you're motivated and you're excited to meet them, I want you to be excited. Your body language is so important. That conveys a lot of messaging. Communication is not just about the words that you say, but it's the way that you say it. And that's going to have a lot to do with your body language. And it's the way you deliver that message in your body language. So your body language is a really key ingredient and recipe to having success in the door-to-door marketing and the door-to-door sales world. You need to carry yourself really well. One of the strategies that I've used for a long time when I went door-to-door is I actually talk about their neighbors. I'll talk about their neighbor's car. I'll talk about what they did on their home, or I'll get to know these people in their neighborhood. I actually genuinely listen to when they're talking. I'm not just trying to respond, I'm actually listening, which is part of being a great salesperson in general. But I get to know their neighbors, I get their names. And then when I go to that next house, says, hey, yeah, Joe and Susie next door said that, you've been living here, or said this and said that. I like to ask and gather information. The more information you have, the better success you're gonna have at the door. So get to know the neighbors on the left and the neighbors on the right and neighbors across the street. They may not even know them. So it's really important. By doing that, you're gonna establish some credibility, and they're gonna know that it's just not a one house targeted thing, that you're going to the whole neighborhood and you're in their neighborhood. So this is important. They wanna feel that you're local and you're not just targeting them, and they wanna feel safe. So these three things are a big deal, and I wanted to give those to you before we jump over to the next section. So do me a favor. If you're finding this content helpful, if you're gonna be able to apply some of these things, maybe not even to door-to-door marketing, but to other areas of your business, if you're finding this valuable, please, it would mean so much to me. I'm serious. Drop a like on this video. Introduce yourself. I want to know your name. I want to know where you're from, and make sure you hit that subscribe button, because I have a ton of these videos. We're doing a 16 video series on marketing, and these marketing strategies, not all of them are going to apply to you, but you need to have these tools in your pocket and understand how you can improve your business and your clients' businesses. So I'm going to share all of it. And so the more that you learn, the more power you have, the more knowledge you have. These are things that can be applied and to create transformation for you. So lastly, I love this because this is like one of my favorite things to do. It's one thing for me to just stand up here, talk to you, and tell you about my experiences, my story, and the success that I've had in door-to-door marketing, but it's a completely another thing to show you the facts, to show you the data and the details. This is where the rubber meets the road for a lot of people, is they're like, cool, sounds great, Adrian. You've done it, you've had success. How does that mean that I'm gonna have success? Well, I am not an exception to the rule. The rule is pretty straightforward and simple. So I'm gonna read you guys some facts real quick. Let me go ahead and get my fancy paper here. Okay, fact number one, I wanna share with you guys. Successful door-to-door reps canvass a neighborhood 3 times and talk to 90% of the residents. Can you imagine hitting a neighborhood of 5, 10, 15,000 people, talking to 90% of those residents and going to there 3 times? So it's not just a one-time knock on your door, never see you again. This is a consistent follow-up. You wanna hit the same neighborhood more than once. That's the first stat. Stat number 2, the average sales pro can create 1 lead for every 50 doors that they knock on. Imagine hitting 50 doors, bam, new lead. 50 doors, bam, new lead. Getting a baseline and knowing how many doors you gotta hit before you get a lead is really important, because then you can scale it from there. The third fact that I have for you here is about 2% of all door-to-door sales and all door-to-door campaigns actually generate a sale. So if you drop 10,000 door hangers, you should be able to get 2% of those that convert into a deal. Not a lead, but an actual deal. So 2% is the conversion rate for door-to-door marketing campaigns, and that's pretty good, especially if you're hitting some large volumes. So I want to give you a real-world example here on the screen. We're going to put it up for you. So for example, let's say that you deploy 5 door-to-door sales reps to knock on 250 doors per day. 5 sales reps times 250 doors times a 2% conversion rate would get you 25 new customers every single day. So the last thing that I want to show you, now that you've seen a real-world example and seen how this can apply to you and to your business, I want to just get over one more rebuttal that you may have. And that is, how do I know if people are home? What if I send people out and they're not home? Here's the reality. Everybody is home nowadays. Most people are working from home. Most people are staying at home because of the pandemic and all the things that are going on in the world. A lot of people are home. They're more home now than they've ever been. So there's never been a better time to do door-to-door marketing campaigns. And I've told multiple clients, multiple friends, and a lot of them, to be honest with you, never took action on this. I have a carpet cleaner that could have made a killing with the COVID-19 cleaning that he does, going door to door, but he didn't take action on it, and he really missed out on that huge wave and that huge opportunity for his business to build a database of customers. So now is a very good time. It's always a good time to do door-to-door marketing. Obviously, hitting it at the right time of day is important. I would focus on the mornings or in the evenings if you're gonna do early mornings, but I think evening time is the best time to do door-to-door marketing campaigns. Anything from 5 o'clock on is a really good time to hit those doors. So that's my advice. I wanted to cover door-to-door marketing for you in depth, and I hope you got a ton of value from this. The last thing I need to share with you is I want to invite you. I want to make a personal invitation. If you're a designer, specifically web, motion, or graphic designer, we have a community called the Instagraphics Pro Network. We're building some of the most amazing trainings, the summits. I mean, just our community is amazing. I really want to share this with you, and I want to invite you in because we're going to be doing some amazing things as we're growing this company, growing this brand, and we're getting tighter and tighter knit. So our next event is coming up, and I would love to have you there. There are some questions to get into the group. If you don't fill them all out, I won't let you in. I've been getting tons and tons of requests lately, and people aren't filling out all the information, and I'm just hitting decline. So please make sure you fill out all the information because I would love to have you in this community with us, and I'd be honored. So that's what I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for tuning in to another video. As you know, we're here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday doing new videos, new content, and we have this amazing series going on about marketing mastery. I'm Adrian Boycell. I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video, and as always, keep looking up.